Setting it up. There we go. Okay. I'm going to turn that off. All right. So welcome everyone to the Secret Garden. Um, this is the community um, for those who, uh, I guess, resonate with born again breathwork and what Janine and I in Embodied Life do to help mostly Christians connect to Christ in themselves, within themselves, in a deeper way. The tagline is to embrace humanity, embody divinity, and erase duality. And something that has been stirring in me for a little while is birth and having a gentle birth. And how many of us, at least in Canada and United States, and probably most of the Western world has entered into life, the majority of us, through the doctors, through the hospitals, and through that kind of system, and the practice of stimulating the baby right after birth, cutting the umbilical cord and then getting the baby to breathe right away. Um, I have come to learn that that's quite an ordeal for the newborn. Um, that initial cry after the lungs fill with air is actually a response to pain. Apparently, the lungs fill with that air and it feels like fire, and that's why they clench their little fists and curl up and contract their bodies and scream. And of course, we're happy that the baby's healthy, born healthy. But it's my understanding that those who are, allowed to be connected to the placenta through the umbilical cord until the placenta finishes pulsating and giving the baby, the newborn, all whatever the nutrients are, and that the baby's allowed to be held by the mom and gaze into the mother's eyes, that there's this bond and this intense gaze lock um, that's quite profound, and something gets uh, locked in place in a really beautiful way. And witnesses have said that it's palpable, like it's really amazing. And the lungs then can fill gradually and slowly and naturally, and it's not as shocking or traumatic to the system. So for the Embodied Life online retreat this month, our group is going to be focusing on that. We're going to do a retreat about that, a meditation, breath work, some EFT tapping, discussion, and my prayer is that it would be very healing and liberating for those who are part of that. And here's my little plug. If you want to be part of that this month, this is the last month where Embodied Life will be doing the online retreat. We're going to do workshops instead. And so it's your last opportunity to join for the $50 per month rate to get all the meetings, the one-to-one with me and Janine, or just one of us at your choosing. That's kind of part of the package of becoming part of Embodied Life, because we feel very strongly that we want to support each member individually, because every person is unique and has a unique expression of God that we want to hold and shepherd. and allow them to shepherd as well within their own being and to connect to that. So it's really important that we have that one-to-one time with you as well as the group meetings and the workshops. The workshops will be free going forward in February for those who are part of the Embodied Life. But again, this is your last chance to get in for this month for $50. So if you're interested in doing that, please reach out. You can email me at hello@bornagainbreathwork.com to get more information about that. So, but tonight I wanted to do this podcast and prepare the group for that event at the end of the month by doing a meditation. It's going to be a reflective meditation. Now, I don't know if any of us in the group actually have any memories of that time, but the body keeps the score. The body remembers. And whether we consciously remember and connect to those memories or not, the body will continue to live out of that. And so my desire isn't to stir up any negative emotions, but to explore and to allow God to help us to connect with that part of us, part of our lives that we've forgotten in this land of forgetfulness, and to remember. So we're going to do, let me see, probably about a 20-minute meditation tonight. And then we're going to end the podcast and just gather together as our group, like we normally do in the Secret Garden. Secret Garden is free to join. So if you want to be part of that, that would be fantastic. So let me just turn the music on. I'll start that. And I invite you to find a space that is comfortable and maybe a place where you meet God, a place that's maybe anointed for you. You know, some people have like a lazy boy that they even anoint with oil. Sanctify it, make it holy in that way to connect with God. And if you don't have that kind of a space, it's fine. It's not required. God's with you always, and you are the one that is sanctified and holy already, dedicated. So wherever you are, as long as you're not driving or working, moving around, find a spot to relax. And since this is under the umbrella of embodied life, I'm going to talk about the body quite a bit to help us reconnect with the members of our body and the systems of the body, to give honor to Yahweh's desire, Elohim's desire, Father, Mother God's desire, Spirit's desire, Christ's desire to embody a material form, to have this flesh reflect the glory of God and contain and sustain and encounter these flesh bodies in ways that we're not even sure of yet. Maybe Jesus had an inkling of that after the resurrection or even before in his transfiguration. But for many of us, we're not even quite sure what a resurrected body means. But God chose us and chose us to live in these bodies for the purpose of remembering him, remembering our oneness with God, and pleasure and joy, you know, without toil, without suffering. Heaven on earth, heaven on earth. We've been waiting for it for a very long time, praying for it, waiting for Jesus to come and make it happen. But here we are in these bodies, in these earth bodies, in creation bodies. And yet we wait for outside things to happen before we can enjoy Christ in us and bring this kingdom that's written on all of our hearts. Eternity is written on all of our hearts on the inside. So tonight we come together and we acknowledge God in our bodies. And maybe we don't know what that's supposed to feel like or what kind of experience it could be to have that yada, knowing, that love connection within, in the body. But we acknowledge God in our searching, in our desire for that, because all of us in this group that I know, and many, many others that I know and that I hear, have a longing for that kind of connection. So with our breath tonight, we just allow it to be free. And we are aware of our breath. And we acknowledge that breath is from God. God is the one that breathes into us this breath of life. Otherwise, our bodies would not be animated and we would not be aware of them the way that we are. We would have a consciousness that would not be as knowledgeable of God, one another, relational. It would be a different consciousness, a different connection to God. And in these bodies, we have the honor and the privilege of being called sons of God, daughters of God, children of God. And that because of Ruach, because of the breath of life, the one who gives us life, the one who gives us life on the earth we call Mother, the one who gives us life in spirit, we know as spirit, we know as breath, we know as Ruach. And I pray that we would know her as Mama as well. So just be aware of the breath and aware of the body and how the body rises to meet breath and then sinks into relaxation as we're held by her, by breath. And just starting here in this place, in this space where we can even consider thinking of Ruach, breath, spirit, as Mother, giver of our life. Can we consider, regardless of what our earthly mothers or caregivers were like, can we consider the love that God has for us as the birther, as the creator, as the one who desired us to be conceived and to be born and to connect back to God in our remembrance, in our consciousness, in our awareness. The same Spirit gives life to our mortal bodies, swallowing up death so that that seed of incorruptibility, that immortality, would be embodied with our awareness as well, within our awareness. So let us sink into the arms of the multi-breasted one, And we don't have to fight to be fed because everybody gets a breast. Everybody gets to be fed. And just breathe and receive. And as we consider that many of us have had experience of birth and don't remember it, maybe we've heard stories about what our birth was like. Our bodies remember, our bodies keep the record, our bodies keep the score, and our tissues hold the issues. And many of us don't know how to release back to God for those things to be reconciled, to be made even, equal, made redeemed, restored, healed, recalibrated back to the glory of God. We don't often know how to do that, but let us just sink into the comforter, the helper, and let us just allow the experience of perfect birth to be possible to experience regardless of what we went through in these physical bodies, that the state of peace and love, celebration, exhilaration, rejoicing, and calm connection, the intensity of intimacy just with the eye-to-eye contact between you and a perfect mother who had no pain giving birth to you, no struggling. The Father was there. And if it feels too good to be true or too hard to imagine, I understand, I get it. It just feels so distant and so far away. But even that, let that be an invitation to trust, to believe that God is able to do what feels impossible, because nothing is impossible for God. Let's step into a state of complete peace as a newborn that is received with caring hands upon moving through the birth canal, seeing with closed eyelids, likely for the first time, feeling the light of the earth, of this world, being held by strong, confident, caring hands, and immediately being taken by the mother's arms, the perfect mom, the perfect dad. And laying in her arms, you gaze into her eyes. The communication between the two of you is absolutely beyond language. It's complete physical, sensual newness and energetic and emotional, in bliss, in beauty, in gratitude, in harmony. And the communication is beyond words, beyond even the physical sensations. And the connection that you have with her, it's light, and the light that comes from her is ancient. It's ancient, and it's love, and it's pure, and it's holy, and it is also supportive. Unconditional safety, unconditional support. And the lungs and the diaphragm and the body receive everything that they need in order to survive on the planet as a human, but in a state of complete peace, receiving, not by clenching fists and crying, but just simple attraction. Just attraction. Transmission of love and support that is completely abundant and without any strings attached. You own nothing, nothing, and you receive everything you need. And it is God who gives us the breath of life, the breath that He breathed into Adam. And the breath that He breathed into Jesus when He was crucified. As it says in Ezekiel, breathe upon these slain that they may live. And so it doesn't matter what your birth was really like. God can revive that. God can renew that. God can rewrite it. God can reconnect you to a perfect experience of birth into this human realm, into this human system, this world system, so that you can feel His everlasting, constant, unconditional love and support with you always, beyond form, beyond reason, beyond words. That silent communication and transmission of His everlasting, enduring, uplifting, powerful love is your new reality, is your life. So let's take a breath and breathe in and release and say yes. Yes, Father. Yes, Mother God. For you are everything to us, and we ask that you would allow us to receive everything that we felt we lacked, and that we would just know that we have been given it. And unclenching our fists and opening our mouths to receive from the multi-breasted one. We breathe in this breath of life again, filling our lungs and our bodies with ruach, with spirit, so that every single part of our body will get everything that we thought or that we felt that we did not get at birth. Beautiful. So I just invite you to put a loving hand on your body, wherever feels right for you. Take another few breaths. Give thanks. Feel that gratitude in your body. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you. We just give you all the glory and praise and thanks for your great love and your desire for us. Just coming back into your space now, maybe rubbing your wrists together, rotating your wrists, your ankles, your shoulders, moving your body, opening the eyes gently and looking around the room. Just coming back. And if you've done this meditation tonight and felt like it stirred something within you, a sense of an invitation to reconnect, then I do invite you to talk to God about it. Talk to God about it. He's in you already. And I know God wants to connect with you, and He will speak your language. He will give you what you need in the way that you can receive it, in the way that you can hear it. So whatever it is that you find that deeper connection to, could be breath work, could be meditation, it could be a walk in nature, could be a crystal, could be an essential oil, could be piece of bread, glass of wine, whatever it is. Acknowledge God in that and ask for more. Ask for more of Him. Ask for more connection. Ask for more truth and life and love and liberty. And He will answer you and show you great and mighty things that you know not of. So thank you for watching this today. Thank you for following along. And if there's any way that I or Janine or anybody in Embodied Life or in the Secret Garden, if we can connect with you, we would love to. So please reach out. Sending you my love and my blessings.